All know how cunning the devil is, right? We know that he always comes and presents himself in a place of peace or presents himself in a form of relaxation. And so we always have to remain on our feet and be prepared for the next cunning thing that he tries to bring into our lives as well as our family. My girlfriend came to me on yesterday and she said she was blown away by the fact that her son's football coach had the team doing what they call Shavasana. Now, first and foremost, they originally had them doing yoga. They're still doing yoga. However, her son has opted out to participate. Shavasana is a form of yoga. Okay. It is what they do at the end of yoga. And it is actually meaning corpse pose. Now, why would we want to get into a corpse pose? And what does this actually do? So this is what the pose looks like. You're literally laying on the floor on your back and you go into a meditative state. You're practicing your breathing until basically you allow whatever to come in. This shows you exactly how it's spelled and to show you that it is called a corpse pose. Now here it tells you what it actually means. It is a key component of asana practice in almost every yoga tradition and is most commonly used at the end of a sequence as a means of relaxation and integration. Now we know what integration means. It means that you are integrating yourself, joining yourself, and we know also that the word yoga means to be yoked with. You are joining yourself, okay, with a Hindu god, multiple gods. You're channeling them through the poses in yoga. It's not a workout or a stretching opportunity. It is a spiritual practice. So practicing yoga gives you the opportunity to first yoke yourself with the unclean spirits. And then Shavasana is when you lay down in a meditative state and you begin to allow yourself to now hear and to communicate supernaturally, spiritually, meditatively with those unclean spirits. We always have to be on the lookout. Always. This is for Christians. If you're not a Christian, then I'm not talking to you. Now, if you're not a Christian, I hope and pray that the Lord will soften your heart and open you up to the truth and believing the truth instead of believing a lie, because yoga is definitely not something that a Christian should be practicing. You can't slap Christian on yoga and make it Christian. You can't pray to Jesus and do yoga because yoga is Hindu. It is for people who practice Hinduism. It is a spiritual practice because it involves spiritual things. So when it comes to spiritual things, you cannot mix Jesus and falsehood. You just can't do it. So the purpose of this is to make people who are supposed to be Christians aware of the truth. Okay, the reason that we knew, or she knew immediately when she heard the name, is because, okay, what is Shavasana? When you hear these things and you don't know what they really are, you don't know what the root of them are and what it means, that's when you go do your research. Don't just hear what someone is doing and then, just push it off because it says it's representation of relaxation after a football team has practiced. It's their form of relaxing, and they literally do it until they fall asleep. Yeah, because you go into a meditative state and you now are allowing the unclean spirits to begin to come into your mind. Okay? As Christians, you have to stay vigilant. As Christians, you have to pray for discernment. You cannot go along with whatever somebody puts in front of you. Do your research. Check and make sure that your schools are not having your children do yoga and that they aren't doing Shavasana, the corpse pose.
Who here leaves yoga class right before Shavasana? Or if you're practicing at home, who here turns off the screen when it's time for that special little nap at the end of yoga class? Don't lie, that was me before I understood the point of Shavasana, corpse pose. The entire physical practice of yoga is a tool to quiet your mind. The Yoga Sutras teach us that the primary goal of yoga is union, but really silencing the monkey mind and the crazy thoughts that make you insane on a daily basis and finding peace from all of that. The physical practice is just one step along the way to that mental peace. So your physical practice wrings out your body, exhausts you physically, opens up all of your energy channels so that you can sit down and be quiet and chill with yourself. And Shavasana is the beginning of that invitation to be with yourself. So if you take the yoga class, you get your workout on, you get your sweat on, and then you leave, you are shortchanging yourself the magic of learning to be with yourself, of learning to quiet your mind. So the next time Shavasana comes along, experience it. Lay down. Notice your thoughts. If your mind is crazy busy, oh my God, the laundry, oh my God, the kids, oh my God, I forgot to buy this thing that I needed in my fridge. Shh. Notice the thoughts, let them go, and give yourself the gift of just being.
So as you heard her say, you open up your energy centers. You don't want to open up your energy centers. Opening up your energy centers is going to give spiritual access to your soul. Okay? Guard yourself always. God bless.